in today's video, I'm going to go over a couple of pattern tests that I've done. I also need to drill the holes into my signs that I've got made for my market display on my canopy. So let's get started. Hello, crochet crew. My name is Michelle and I'm the creator of Bobble Stitch Queen. Welcome or welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. So as I mentioned, I need to go over a couple of pattern tests that I've done. I'm going to show you a couple of things that my daughter has crocheted, and then I need to start getting my wooden signs that I made a few videos back, where I need to drill the holes in these to get them ready for the chains that I'm going to link these together, and show you an exciting new product that I'm going to try out. I am off today. I don't have to clean any houses or anything. Today is my middle daughter's birthday. She's 16. So we've got to do some birthday stuff later on this evening. I got to get my youngest daughter to an appointment at 9:30, and then I have my Bible study at 12. So yeah, it's going to be a busy day, but yet productive. So let's see what we're going to do first. So the first thing I want to show you is a couple things that my daughter crocheted. She stayed at her grandparents this past weekend, and when she goes and stays with them, she likes to take her yarn because her Nana crochets as well. So they kind of show each other what they're working on, and she sits and crochets. And she finished up a couple of things. The first thing she finished up is, I had the body part or the shell to this thing done, and I said, here, you can have it and finish it up, and then you can sell it in your market. So she did the teeny turtle. It is called Teeny Turtle, and it is by a crochet pattern of sticks and yarn. And this is one of my favorite turtles that I like to do. And she embroidered the eyes, but it's a really quick and easy make. You make the head first, and then you start with the shell, and then you connect the body yarn and use bobble stitches, and it works up really quick. So if you don't mind a little bit of sewing, just sewing the head on, this is a really quick turtle pattern to do. And as usual, my daughter did the embroidered eyes to make it baby safe. We sell our small turtles like this for $8, and they sell really well. We have a different variety of different small turtles, and one of them being a pattern test that I did that I can't wait to show you, because this will be added in, and they'll go along with my small turtles that I do. The next thing that she worked on out at her Nana's is, it's her favorite thing to crochet. I've mentioned this into previous videos. It's also something that I have not crocheted before, but they turn out super cute. So of course she had to make some more to add to her collection to sell at her markets. And that is the famous Della Duck. Della Duck is by Mod Threads, and she did them in, this is a Burnett Mystical, I believe. And this is a Premier Basic Chenille. And this one turned out a lot bigger. I was like, I asked her, I said, did you use a different hook size or what? Because it seems a lot bigger. But I don't know. Who knows? But that is another thing that she got done. These sell really well for her and sell pretty quick when she has them at markets. She has them priced at $28 each. And I love the yarn of this, how it's kind of got like that cranberry color, and then the color of the feet just go really well with it. And this is kind of like almost a peachy color, I guess you could say. It's a Premier Basic Chenille, but I can't remember what shade. And then the feet and beak are done in Premier Basic Chenille as well. But both super cute. If you've not tried a Della Duck, we just need to do it together and do a Della Duck for the first time. I will eventually do a video where I show you that I've done a Della Duck. So stay tuned to that in the future. Who knows though when it's going to happen. So what I want to show you next is the pattern test that I did. And I was so excited that she reached out to our group of friends for us to do this pattern test, because I absolutely love these turtles and how she does them. Right now she has 2 different size turtles out, and she wanted to make something smaller, and her smallest one that she has is Tice the Turtle, and then the bigger one, bigger than Tice, is Titus the Turtle. Of course, I've had to buy both of these. because I love doing turtles, but with these turtle patterns that she does, you do not have to pre-make the fins and crochet them in or sew them on. As you are doing the turtle, the fins are crocheted out and then back in, and the technique that she uses for them. So she wanted to come up with something smaller, and she has come up with Tonka the sea turtle. I'm going to try to show a couple pictures up here of Titus and Tice so that you can see what they look like. If you remember some of my videos previously, I have done Tice the turtle where I did the softball and baseball turtles. That right there is Tice. And Tonka is smaller than Tice, and then you've got Titus that's bigger than Tice. Give me a tongue twister. But she just wanted to come out with something smaller. It's worked in the same technique where you crochet the head first and you start with the shell and then you change to the body color and you work the fins out on each of the turtles like this. And I just love that this is smaller, so I can add this to my small turtle collection. But I honestly think it could be priced more than $8. I'll have to decide on that. I kind of don't want to have another bin of turtles at 2 different price points, so I may keep it at $8, and I need to time myself to see how long it actually takes me to do it. I'm not for sure exactly when this pattern's going to be released, but take a look and keep watch of her Instagram page, Old Soul Factory, or keep watch on her Etsy, and it will be released soon, I'm sure, probably within the next week or so. But go check out Tonka the baby sea turtle. So now let's work on a pattern test. I am going to pattern test. It's the mini pickle pal. It's going to be a free crochet pattern on her Instagram, but it's April with the Cozy Buckeye. And it's going to be a quick market make that's going to be great for keychains. So I'm going to do it in this pickle looking color. I thought about doing it in the Burnett Mystical Green, and I'll probably grab it and do it as well after I get it done in this. So I'm going to grab my yarn and I'm going to get started on this and show you what this cute little pickle is going to look like, because looking at the picture, it is so cute and I can't wait to show it to you. So I'm going to get things started and let's see what it looks like. This turned out super cute. Look how cute it is. Works up quick. You know, looking at my timer from where I'm recording, it said I finished that recording segment was 9 minutes and 20 seconds. So this definitely can work up a lot quicker because, you know, the first time you do a pattern, you're reading everything, you're trying to look for mistakes and make sure everything's good there. So I could definitely work this up a lot quicker. But I love how she's got one of the little pickle bumps or whatever as the nose, and then you put the eyes there, and then how these could, you know, possibly be the arms or whatever. But this will definitely be added to my keychain collection. I sell my keychains for $6, and I don't know if I'm going to go up on my keychains or not, because when I first started doing markets 3 years ago, I had my keychains at $8 and they wouldn't sell very well. And then I marked them down to $7. They still wouldn't sell very well. But when I got them to $6, they sold, and they sell quick. But another thing that I did differently that I found out is when I first started doing my keychains, I had them displayed on a round like carousel thing where people could, you know, turn it and look. And I don't know if it was just how they were displayed, but even when I first put them at $6 with them displayed like that, they didn't sell as well until I put them in a basket or bucket for people to look through. So I think it's that whole fidget thing of being able to like move stuff around and look for the keychain that you want to find. So that is how I sell my keychains, is I put them in a basket or a bucket. So I may try to, this year is up to $7 maybe, and still have them in the basket or bucket and see how they do, because, you know, material's gone up, things are getting more expensive. So we'll test that out to see how that does. But I'm not for sure when this is going to be released, but it is going to be on her Instagram page. It's going to be free, so check out April with the Cozy Buckeye, and make sure you save this pattern and add these to your keychain collection, or you don't even have to put a keychain on it or anything. She's got in the instructions that you can add a little smirk and stuff, but good job, April. I absolutely love it. So the next thing I need to work on is I've got to get this sign done. In one of my videos, I posted where I took some wood and I painted it, used my Cricut machine to do a sign, and this will be the top part, and then this will be underneath it. And then underneath that will be this one, and I've got it double-sided. And then underneath that will be, I think, a blank one. I'm going to put these three together and see how long it is, and then I may or may not add this bottom one. But my husband had a good idea that I should leave a blank one. That way, if I ever have like a sale or something special to advertise, I can have it displayed on this blank one. So I need to drill me some holes. And I've got these little eye hooks. Yeah, eye hooks that I'm going to use. And then I found this chain that I have here at my house. So I'm hoping I can make it work. Like take some of it apart to link these together. So this is the first time I've had to do something like this. And normally I get my husband to do like any type of drilling, especially something like this, because I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. So fingers crossed, I can do this. I can do this. So this is pre-editing Michelle. The tool that I'm getting ready to unbox and show you, there are some scenes that you'll see, and it has a light built into it, and the light can be a little bright. So I don't want it to mess with anybody's vision or cause anything to happen. So if you see that light, then just, you know, fast forward a little bit. But I just wanted to give you the heads up just in case any of you out there have a sensitivity to a bright light. So sorry about it. as you saw, I got to use my Katerk. I'm not for sure if that's how they pronounce it. I've seen it on a few different videos that some people pronounced it Katerk, but Keterk. And they reached out to me and wanted me to review this tool, and I said yes, I would absolutely love to, because I am a crafter and let me try it out. So up on, as you all saw in the unboxing, it comes in a really nice, hard, sturdy case, and your little tools are organized in then this little thing. And as far as using it, I really, really like it. I wished it had a different size drill bit, because the drill bit that mine came in is this big, so I wish it did have a smaller drill bit, because for the purpose of what I needed it for, of drilling into my signs, it was going to do too big of a hole. So that's why you saw me not finish drilling it. It did help start it a little bit, but it does need to have a smaller drill bit. And I have some smaller drill bits, and I tried to see if it would fit into this, but it did not. I love that it's got 5 different speeds, and as you saw in my video when I was trying to polish my eyes, it's me learning how to use this tool. And the stones, it does have a chart in here that tells you what each piece is used for, and the stone that I was using at first, the little pink stones here, they're more for like grinding and sharpening. So that was why I switched to this, to help get off the extra resin that were on my eyes. And then I was using the little polishing wheel just to kind of give them a little polish. So I really like how it polishes. It helps get the resin off. You do have to be careful because you don't want to damage your safety eyes. This tool is definitely for a crafter. It would not be an ideal tool for somebody's profession, like, you know, a plumber or electrician, because the wheels are not going to cut through like large PVC pipe. But as far as like for my purpose, you know, when I need to drill a hole where I need a bit that's this big, it's going to work great with this. And you know, to polish and to sand down. So I'm looking forward to using that. It also has a, so like the different tools, you've got the sanding paper, the little sander things to be able to sand. And then you've got the little more sharper blades like this. And that is used for cutting. Now, like filling it, I think it would cut some, but it's not going to cut like something really thick. That's why this tool is ideal for a crafter. And then you've got your grinding and sharpening stones. You've got some carving and engraving pieces. So I would like to, you know, see how that works, but I don't do any carving or engraving on wood or anything just yet. But now that I have a tool, I can try it out. And then it's got the drill bits. Like I said, I wished it had a smaller drill bit so that I could have used it to drill for my little eye rings and stuff. And then it's got cleaning and polishing brushes as well. So if you've got some jewelry or whatever to clean, that will be beneficial for that. And then it's got your different accessories like a little wrench to be able to change out the tools and stuff. One thing, I wished I had a dog that would let me do it, but you can use this tool right here to trim a dog's toenails. And I was actually looking at some videos on YouTube with this tool, and it showed a lady trimming her dog's toenails. But I have a almost 16 and a half year old Yorkie poo. He is very old and fragile, doesn't like his legs or hips touched. He's half blind, half deaf. So he is not going to let me use this on him. But from the videos that I've seen on YouTube, you can use this attachment right here to trim a dog's toenails. So overall, I mean, for the price, I think it would be beneficial if, you know, a crafter is looking for something like this. Let me get everything together and show you how it looks in its little case and stuff. So yeah, everything fits nicely in this little case, and then you can store it away along with your instructions and stuff. I am going to link in the description a code that they sent me, that if anybody's interested in purchasing this, I'm going to put the link and the discount code as well, so that you could check this out as well. So thank you so much for letting me review this. I'm looking forward to trying out different things that I can do with this, but as of right now, it is good to get that extra resin off of the safety eyes. You just got to be careful so that you don't actually damage the safety eye. What I am going to do now is I'm going to get my signs finished. I've got the little eye bolts done here, and I've got this part of one done. So I'm going to get the rest of it done and work on the chain, and let's see how this sign's going to look. So I got my sign done. I got it done, and plus I had to decide how many chain links, because I think at first I started out with 4 chain links and then I cut it back to 2, and to me it was still long, so it's only got 1 chain link between each one. But I love how it turned out. So it's the same on the front and the back, as you can see. So I think this is going to work really well for my markets. The last thing that I've got to do, and I've got to get my husband to help me with this, is for one, I've got to put stronger eye bolts up here at the top instead of these little bitty ones. And then this piece of wood right here, we've got to do an L, like an L frame for it, so that I can use a tie straps to hook it on to the pole of my canopy. But I got this idea, as I've mentioned in a previous video, from the Crochet Carpenter, and I think he even has like a detailed going over of how he does it on his Instagram page. So thank you to the Crochet Carpenter for such a great idea, and I'm looking forward to this. And then another thing I've got to do is I've got to get some type of varnish or something to cover on this so that it's weatherproof and my vinyl doesn't peel off. But let me know what you think. I like it, which is what matters, but hopefully somebody else can be inspired by this and make your own. Again, I got the wooden planks at Hobby Lobby, and then I did this with my Cricut machine. So super excited about getting this done. So that is going to round this Wednesday's video up. I have got to actually start on a pattern test for a friend of mine. So that'll be, I'll discuss that in Saturday's video, because I got to start on it tonight. I'll be able to finish it tonight because it's a pretty quick make. But I'm excited about doing another pattern test for her, and I got to do a little more prepping to get a video up for Saturday. But thank you for joining me and sticking around. Let me know anything that you got from it, any helpful tips that you can help me out with. And if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe and comment away, because I love reading the comments and replying back to them. And until next time, bye!